Hi, Robin with Oxy-Dry. This is actually a pretty big job. Obviously, rather large basement area. Then I got a set of stairs, 2 bedrooms over here. Did a master bedroom and a closet upstairs, and actually another bedroom and then a den. And I got an area rug to do as well, which is upstairs. But anyway, here we are. A whole bunch of doggy peepees over here to deal with. I've treated them with a suspend with stabilized ClO2 in there, so hopefully when I get there, the color will be coming out. We'll see. Hopefully. Yeah. The carpet is, I think it's about 11 years old. So, and this will be a nylon. And it's actually not really that bad shape as far as wear. There's some wear, not a lot really, for the age, I guess. But let's give it a clean. Now, because there's the urine over there, and I could smell it a bit when I pre-treated with the suspend, I did put a little bit of Odoban in the mix in here. Anyway, let's give it a clean. I'm using the Astro Turf pad. There's no real visible soiling on this carpet, but already the pad from the upstairs room is starting to get dark, so there's definitely soil on here. And actually, what's really quite interesting is when I got here to do the job, the couple that's here, they're actually Portuguese, and I guess they seemed kind of familiar to me, but I didn't really recognize them. But the daughter had made the arrangements, and she was going to be getting here a little bit after I got here, so I started doing the preparation of the carpet, vacuuming and everything. And then she appeared on the scene, and I turned around and it was like, oh, what? She's a customer one of my very earliest customers, actually. In fact, many years ago, well 30 years ago, when we first started, we started in Penticton, which is a town south of here, about a half-hour, 45-minute drive. But at that time, I actually also went down as far as from Penticton all the way down to Soyuz, which is actually pretty much on the border of the U.S. and Canada. There's Penticton, a little town, really little town called Okanagan Falls, and then Oliver, another little town, and then a little bit further down, a little town called Soyuz. And anyway, she lived in Soyuz, and that's when I first started cleaning carpets for her. So that would have been, well, about basically almost 30 years ago, I guess. I'm not sure if I was cleaning for her in the first year or not, but definitely in the first couple of years, I started cleaning her carpets. That long ago. But then we stopped servicing Soyuz. She did move to Kelowna a few years later, and then I did clean her carpets in a place in West Kelowna, actually, which wouldn't have been very far from where I'm at right now. But then she moved from there, and I don't know where she went after that. But anyway, so I haven't seen her for, like, she figures it's been about 18 years, which sounds about right. So anyway, she comes walking in the room there, and I turn around and it's like, it's like, wow, there you are. And just so glad to see her. Partly because I knew that in our conversations, particularly in the last few times that I saw her, she'd been going through some very difficult times in her life. Yeah, things were really bad there for a while for her, personal issues and whatever. But and I've always wondered ever since then, whatever became of her. Sometimes the customers, they just really make an impression on you, and you remember them, literally, well, decades later even. And anyway, we had a really wonderful conversation there, and I'm just so glad to hear from her that things have dramatically turned around. As she said, it's like 180 degrees from what she was experiencing in her previous life, as it were, and we really hit it off because of similarities in our stories. And anyway, so that was really neat to see. Just really encouraging, and I'm just so glad to hear of how well she's doing. She's really being blessed, and she just gives off a glow now, which I always knew that she had in her anyway. She's just one of those people that she has just a real vitality about her. So it's just encouraging to see that. So I told her about my YouTube channel, the Jesus is My Ark YouTube channel, where I'm posting my music, because I'm sure that she will be able to relate to the story that I'm posting on there, my life, because her life in a lot of ways, for a time there, had a lot of parallels, a lot of similarities. She went through some similar struggles and things like that. So yeah, she's looking forward to checking it out. So I hope that is a real blessing to her. That's my hope, anyway. Okay, I need the this thing. It's actually one of the things she told me was that her kids, I think the oldest one is now 27 years old. It's like, ooh, they were just a little kid when I last saw this kid. It's like, ooh, a lot of time has gone by after all. It's really quite something, because, we've been operating now 30 years, so. Actually, that might be a little bit tricky. Oh, there we go. Yeah, time marches on. But anyway, it's really I'm really happy to hear that she's doing very well. Bit of a tight squeeze here, but the centaur rabbit fits in there nicely because the base is only 15 inches across. So there we go. Okay, now we're over here. Hmm. We'll head across this way, and I'll get underneath where that couch sits, and then I can groom and put that back down, and that's all dealt with there. Yeah, we got some stains, urine stains over here. Okay. And we're going to pull back over here. And that can go down. Then I'll just move this over. This thing's on wheels, actually, so that's easy to move. Yeah. I forgot to pull this thing out carefully. Okay. Okay, we can put that back. Oh, I got to do over here too. Almost forgot. There's a bit of a bleached out spot, a couple of bleached out looking spots there. But the urine staining itself seems to have been gone, or seems to be gone. Been gone? Looks like it's gone anyway. We'll move this over. The little doggy was lifting his leg on the side over here. Okay. Looking good. So, here's a funny part of the story about this job, by the way. The daughter of this elderly couple here that I used to clean for the daughter, as I mentioned, first met her about almost 30 years ago, I guess, and cleaned for her in Oxy-Dry, but anyway, as I mentioned, I haven't, that she moved to Kelowna, where I was by that time, and then I've cleaned for her a couple times when she moved here. But then, so it's been about 18 years. So now when her parents, they decided they wanted to get the carpet cleaned. Apparently, it took a little bit of persuading from her to get to this point. But anyway, for a couple of years apparently. But anyway, she said she remembered that she wanted to get Oxy-Dry. That's me. Because she knew I did a really good job, but she couldn't quite remember our name. So she's looking up OxyClean and Oxy, but for some reason anyway, she didn't find us, at least not initially. But she said that she was going over near to a coffee shop, Tim Hortons, I guess, and she's getting her coffee, and my van drove by, and she saw it and said, "Oh, that's who it is." And she said she literally got goosebumps. She was so thrilled, I guess, that she figured out who she wanted to get and everything. And she said, and she was telling me this just a little while ago there when she came into the room here. And she said, even if she's talking to me, she says, I get goosebumps all over just talking about this. She says, it's like, it was like what she said, it was like a message or whatever. A sign is what she said. It's kind of interesting. So, yeah, I thought that was pretty neat. And in fact, I mean, she came in, she did a big, huge smile on her face, and she's just walking right up to me. And I was like so thrilled to see her. We immediately a hug, just like that, And that's the kind of relationship you don't have with every customer, but there was just this immediate recognition of how much we valued each other, I guess. And I did work for her and everything, and that's but it was beyond that. And I guess in years past I probably did talk to her about things a little bit. I don't recall that, but I suppose I probably did. I have a tendency to do that. But anyway, when it came to, after having not seen me for almost 20 years, she just walks in the room, and the first thing she does is she walks up to me and she wants to give a hug. I could tell that instantly. You could just tell the body language and everything, and it was like, oh, wonderful. I mean, you can't do that with everybody, but anyway, it was just wonderful. She's just got a really warm, bright personality, and it just this glow about her. And it's just so wonderful to see in her eyes. I'm really, really happy for her. She met a really nice guy 17 years ago, apparently, and been a while. But she's been very, very, very blessed. You can see it in her face, and I'm just so happy to see that. You know, I always wish the best for people, I guess. Well, you should, anyway. Obviously. Actually, there was urine staining right over by the leg here, and it's gone, so we're having success for the most part, it looks like. Okay. So we're actually pretty near the end here. Then I have some steps to do, and then I'll be post-vacuuming, grooming this carpet. And there's a couple of sprouts here and there. I just see another one here. I think there's another one up ahead of me here somewhere. Oh, I was going to figure out where the light was for over here. Obviously, it must be over here. Nope. Oh. Well, that's kind of weird. Got to be a light switch over there somewhere. Ah, okay. You'd think they'd put one over here. Yeah. Give that another shot. Looks like another doggy pee. Yeah, put that over there for now. Whoops. Oh, right. Okay. All right. Well, I can move this thing, I guess. Ooh, that's heavy. Oof. Okay. Head back to the beginning. And we'll go over here. Take a look at the pad. It's fairly dirty. Not too bad, really. Okay. I'll get to the steps. And then post vacuum. So I'll let you go. Thank you for watching and have a good day.